Hello everybody, Vince Torchia, Vice President of the Grow Group, bringing you your weekly great idea. Hey, I know spring is right around the corner for most of us. A lot of us already have a lot of work sold for the year, and now we're focused on getting that work done. So no need to overcomplicate things. The biggest thing we've got to focus on for profitability of jobs and getting them done is direct labor. Everyone's gonna be managing hours, everyone's gonna be monitoring jobs for their completion, where are we at versus where we thought we would be. What were our actual hours versus our budgeted hours, right? That should be something we're already doing. Something that companies forget to do, especially during this busy time of year, are they get caught by the drips of indirect time. That time that you are paying your team members, but they're not using it productively. Things like training, callbacks, loading and unloading, and drive time. So let's go through each one of those really quick and talk about how we can make sure that we're managing these over the course of this busy spring. Training, not the first place you want to cut anything, right? So the only notes about training with indirect time are start it on time, end it on time, and get out on your properties. Don't have the lollygag happen. Don't have this training go on too long. Everyone's clocked in. It's important to train, but important to get them back out onto the sites. Loading and unloading, have a focused way to get out in the morning and a focused way to get people back in at the end of the day. Again, if people are there at 6:40, are they clocked in even though they're not doing anything until 6:45? What does your state say? How can you guard against that in the morning to protect yourself? And then coming back in, how are we loading up the night before to have a successful day the next day? Call warranty and callbacks, kind of self-explanatory, right? Let's just make sure we're doing things right the first time. Don't give anyone an excuse to move too quickly so the quality is an issue, because it costs a lot more to come back and do the job again than if we would have just done it right the first time. And finally, drive time. Look for route efficiencies. Look for ways that we can get projects done without having to go through all this traffic or having to get out too late in the morning where now we're putting ourselves in traffic. Just have a focus on windshield time and drive time. How can we minimize it as best we can? Again, I know there's a lot going on right now. We want to keep focused on what really matters. That is direct labor this spring, and watch out for those drips and indirect time. Thanks everybody. Have a great week.